Hello BBN. Jayden Quaintance still hasn't been cleared for non-contact activities, so what will happen now? Will he return to the Wildcats? Or is there still time, and this is a deadlock? Let's get to the news. The uncertainty surrounding Jayden Quaintance's return to college basketball has been a recurring theme in the halls of the University of Kentucky, but recent words from coach Mark Pope bring a mix of concern and hope to Wildcats fans. Still far from being cleared for non-contact activities, the young man faces a challenging recovery path after his ACL surgery in March of this year. However, Pope's level-headed approach to this situation reflects not only the seriousness of the rehabilitation process, but also the confidence that Quaintance can return as a transformed player, capable of raising the team's level as soon as he is fit. Quaintance's injury in February was a significant blow to the Kentucky program, especially considering the expectations placed on him since his transfer from Arizona State. He arrived in Lexington amidst excitement, with reports that he had grown nearly 2 inches and gained about 40 pounds since leaving Arizona State, an impressive physical development that made him even more threatening on the court. His combination of size, skill, and versatility seemed perfect for the style of play Pope wants to implement, with its emphasis on aggressive defense and quick transitions. However, the ACL tear abruptly halted this promising trajectory, forcing him to embark on a recovery journey that, while frustrating, is crucial to ensuring his return in full condition. The fact that Quaintance has not yet been cleared for non-contact activities less than 2 months before the season opener against Nicholls, scheduled for November 4th, is a stark reminder that his return will not be rushed. Sports medicine experts like John Rothstein point out that 8 months after ACL surgery is a more realistic time frame for an athlete's return to competitive play, placing his potential return sometime in late November or early December even. So, Pope has been cautious when addressing the topic, emphasizing that the priority is the player's overall health. Listen, it's very important that he recovers fully, so it's going to take a while, the coach said in an interview with Matt Norlander. I fully expect him to play this season. I don't think he'll play every game this season, but we'll see. This stance reflects not only concern for Quaintance's well-being, but also an understanding that his presence on the court must be strategic and impactful. Despite his initial absence, the young wing's progress during the offseason has exceeded initial expectations. This fuels confidence that, when ready, he can contribute significantly to the team. Furthermore, Pope has already stated that Quaintance's use will be carefully considered, preserving his physical condition and avoiding overloads that could compromise his recovery. For Kentucky, Quaintance's temporary absence represents both a challenge and an opportunity. Pope is currently shaping the roster to operate in a collective system, where each player plays a crucial role. The absence of a key player like Quaintance forces other players to take on more responsibilities and develop their skills at a faster pace. This dynamic can strengthen the group as a whole, creating a solid foundation for when the forward is finally ready to play. Furthermore, the experience gained by the other players during this period could be vital to the team's success in decisive moments of the season. On the other hand, the prospect of counting on Quaintance at some point could serve as a major boost. For the Wildcats, projected as a lottery pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, he carries the potential to change the course of important games with his physical presence and refined skills. Once he's back, his ability to create plays, defend multiple positions, and dominate in the paint could provide Kentucky with an extra dimension that many NCAA teams simply lack. Jayden Quaintance's situation is a clear example of how college basketball handles adversity and turns it into opportunities for growth. Mark Pope, with his strategic vision and patient approach, seems determined to not only manage the player's recovery, but also maximize the potential of the roster as a whole. The news, officially confirmed after months of speculation, is a game-changer not only for the Wildcats, but for the future of the sport in the region. The university's Board of Trustees is preparing to approve the initial pre-design and programming phases of a multi-purpose facility that will have a basketball training center at its core. While details such as the exact location and total costs are still being finalized, the vision is clear: to create a space that rivals the best sports complexes in the country, integrating innovation, health, and performance. Inspired by successful models such as the Green Bay Packers' Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the Atlanta Hawks' Emory Sports Medicine Complex, and the Cleveland Cavaliers' future Cleveland Clinic Global Peak Performance Center, the Kentucky project promises to raise the bar for college basketball. The new facility, which is expected to be integrated into the ambitious entertainment district near Kroger Field, affectionately nicknamed the Fan Zone by athletic director Mitch Barnhart, will not only be a home for the Wildcats training, it will house a UK healthcare sports medicine clinic focused on injury prevention, performance optimization, and athlete rehabilitation, as well as a space dedicated to sports science research. A comparison with the Green Bay Packers' 52,000 square foot complex, which serves as the backbone of the iconic NFL franchise's healthcare system, gives an idea of the project's grandeur. Similarly, The $50 million Atlanta Center is an example of how the fusion of sports, practice, and science can create an ideal environment for athlete development. In Kentucky, the new facility is expected to follow suit, offering Mark Pope's players professional-level resources. The initial investment of just over $1 million will go toward preliminary studies and the development of schematic plans, conceptual renderings, and cost estimates. These first steps, which will be formally discussed by Champions Blue LLC, are the foundation for turning the vision into reality. The facility will not only serve the men's basketball program, but also open up possibilities for the future of women's basketball. Discussions are underway about the possibility of the women's team taking over the historic Memorial Coliseum and the Joe Kraft Center, which recently underwent an $85 million renovation, creating a complex dedicated exclusively to women's sports, including volleyball. The impact of this project extends beyond the courts. The new facility will position Kentucky as an even more attractive destination for top college basketball talent, offering them a training environment that combines cutting-edge technology, advanced medical care, and infrastructure that rivals the best in the NBA. For Mark Pope, who has already demonstrated his ability to get the most out of his players, this facility will be an invaluable asset. His leadership, marked by a modern approach and contagious energy, now has a platform worthy of its ambitions. Fan zone surrounding Kroger Field, with the new facility as its centerpiece, promises to be a focal point for the passion of fans who already live and breathe basketball in Lexington, as the Wildcats prepare for the upcoming season. News of the new training center injects an extra dose of optimism. It's not just a concrete and steel construction. It's a symbol of the university's commitment to excellence, an investment in the legacy of one of the most successful programs in college basketball history. For fans, it promises even more electrifying nights at Rupp Arena, with a team prepared to compete at the highest level. Let's move forward. Stoops has faced a persistent obstacle, the passing game, which, even after years of adjustments and strategic changes, remains a glaring weakness in the Wildcats' offense. The start of the 2025 season brought with it worrying numbers that reinforce the narrative of offensive struggles. Statistics don't lie, and they paint a bleak picture for Kentucky when it comes to passing. With a completion percentage of just 46.4%, ranking second to last among the 136 FBS teams, the team appears to be stuck in a cycle of inefficiency through the air. Yards per attempt, 4.9, and quarterback rating, 83.66, are equally disappointing, reiterating that the problem isn't limited to a single aspect, but permeates the entire offensive structure. The search for solutions has already taken the program down different paths. Offensive coordinators have shuffled positions, quarterbacks have been recruited through the transfer portal, and schemes have been adapted in an attempt to find the right combination. However, despite these efforts, the results remain subpar. Offensive coordinator Bush Hamdan, who played a central role in building the current roster, faces increasing criticism. His vision for rebuilding the wide receiver room, including signing 5 scholarship players, looked promising on paper, but has yet to translate into on-field performance. Interestingly, Kentucky isn't lacking in every aspect of its offensive game. The team has demonstrated efficiency in the run game, excelling in metrics such as EPA, rush no, 32, rushing success rate no, 42, and yards per carry no, 52. This duality, strength in rushing contrasted with weakness in passing, a tactical dilemma for Stoops and his staff. While the ground offers some stability, the inability to create explosive plays through the air severely limits strategic options and makes the offense predictable against more robust defenses. The lack of consistent offensive touchdowns is also a direct reflection of this limitation. In the last 10 games against strong conference opponents, Kentucky has failed to score more than 2 offensive touchdowns in any game under Hamdan. This highlights not only the lack of depth in the passing game, but also the difficulty converting opportunities in the red zone. An Achilles heel that has cost the team dearly. Despite these challenges, there is room for optimism. Mark Stoops is known for his resilience and ability to adjust his team throughout the season. He has already proven himself capable of building a competitive program in a conference as demanding as the SEC. Kentucky's defensive infrastructure remains one of the most reliable in the league, and this solidity can serve as a foundation for adjustments in the offense. Furthermore, the development potential of the young talent recently acquired should not be underestimated. If Hamdan can get the most out of these players and adjust his system to maximize their abilities, there's a real chance for progress. Another positive is the coaching staff's clear understanding of the problem. Recognizing the weaknesses in the passing game is the first step toward correcting them, and continued efforts to improve this area indicate the program's commitment to evolving. The key may lie in finding a balance between the ground and passing game, utilizing the strengths of each to offset the weaknesses of the other. A more versatile and unpredictable offense could pressure opposing defenses and open up new possibilities for the Wildcats. Meanwhile, Kentucky fans remain hopeful. Despite The difficulties, the fighting spirit, and determination that characterized the program under Stoops remain. Kentucky's recent history in college football is marked by triumphs and moments of growth, and it wouldn't be surprising to see the team find ways to overcome this obstacle. Perhaps the solution lies in more refined tactical adjustments, the development of young talent, or even strategic decisions in the transfer market, whichever path they choose. One thing is certain, Kentucky won't give up without a fight. Under Mark Stoops' leadership, the program has shown it's capable of facing challenges head-on and finding creative solutions. While the passing game remains a concern, the team's resilience and commitment suggest better days may lie ahead. Share your thoughts.